Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where I teach you how to crochet various stitches in different forms and styles. In today's video, we are going to be continuing our waffle stitch series. I've taught you how to crochet the waffle stitch, how to increase with the waffle stitch, how to decrease with the waffle stitch, and also how to crochet the waffle stitch granny square. Now in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to crochet the waffle stitch in the round. If you're somebody who is tired of working double crochets on your stitches and you want to learn how to crochet different stitches, but not just how to crochet them, also how to make them in different forms and different styles, well, welcome to my channel. Those are the kind of videos that I make, so please subscribe and join the family. So to make my magic ring is very simple. I just start by creating a crisscross like so, but then I do that in my arm like this is my crisscross, and then I walk into this loop. Okay, so this is how you do it. You grab your yarn, okay, and then you turn it like this, and then you make a crisscross. Okay, it's almost like you're starting to make a slip knot, but you're not completing your slip knot by pulling this yarn through the loop. So instead of pulling this yarn through the loop and pulling tight, I'm going to insert my hook into this loop, and then I'm going to pull onto the yarn like this, and I'm just going to stop there. Okay, so right now my magic ring is already secure. I'm going to chain two, okay, to begin my work. These two chains does not count as a stitch, it is just to begin our work. Once your magic ring is secure, the next thing to do is to make a double crochet. To make a double crochet, you yarn over, insert your hook into the ring and pull up the working yarn. With 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Yarn over again and pull through 2 loops. So there we have 1 double crochet done. Let's make 1 more. Yarn over, hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, I always like to show you how to crochet basic stitches. I know that this channel probably has people who already know how to make basic stitches. I want to learn how to do more advanced stuff, but I always like to demonstrate it, just in case you forget or anything. So now we have 1, 2, 3 double crochets done, and we want to make, sorry, I have 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4 done, and we want to make 12 double crochets. So this, the pattern for the first round is 12 double crochets into the magic ring. Okay, so I have my 12 double crochets all done. Now I'm just going to look for my tail and then pull it tight to close the magic ring. Once it's nice and tight, you want to find your first double crochet of the round and then insert your hook into that and make a slip stitch to join. Okay, so here we've completed our first round of our waffle stitch in the round. Now chain 2 to begin the next round. Now, after you chain 2, we're going to turn our work. Usually when you're working in the round, most times you don't turn your work, but for this particular pattern, we're going to turn our work to the other side and we're going to walk into the back. Okay, now into the first stitch, make 1 double crochet. So normally if you were working like this, your next stitch is this first, your first stitch is this one, you just work your slip stitches. But when you turn it to the back, sometimes you look like it is behind. Okay, so instead of me to work into this one here, which is the first stitch, I work into the next one here. When I come back around, I'm still going to work into that stitch, but this is where I'm going to start because I can't go behind. Okay, so make your first double crochet to the next stitch. Okay, now on top of that same stitch, make a front post double crochet. So this is the bar of the stitch. You yarn over, put your hook around the bar. That is, you push the bar up and then you pull up the loop and then you complete your double crochet as usual. So that's how you make a front post double crochet. In the next stitch, make 1 double crochet. Around the bar of that same stitch, we're going to make a front post double crochet. Okay, And this is exactly what we're going to repeat for all the stitches in this round. We made 12 double crochets for our first round. So this second round, at the end, you should have 24 stitches since we are increasing on every stitch. So once you work back to the beginning, you make a slip stitch into your first double crochet. Remember, your first double crochet is not the front post. This is the front post. So the first double crochet is just before it. I just like to count my chains. 1, 2, 3. Third chain is the top of my first double crochet. Okay. So we have so we have 2 rounds all done. Now we're going to work the third round. Okay. We're going to chain 2 and we're going to turn our work. Okay. So this is what you basically what you repeat for every for the beginning of every round. You chain 2 and you turn your work. So into the first stitch here, which is this is the first stitch that we're starting with, we're going to make 2 double crochets. So we have 1 and 2. Now into the next stitch, which is a front post double crochet, we're going to make a front post double crochet on top of that. The next stitch is a regular double crochet. We're going to work 2 double crochets into there. And the next stitch is a front post double crochet. We're going to work a front post double crochet on top of that. Already yarn over. And then we're just going to repeat this pattern until we make it to the very beginning of this stitch, of this round rather. The increase here. There's my mind. So 2 double crochets into the regular double crochet. And then 1 front post double crochet into the next stitch. Now, if you haven't seen or if you do not know how to work the waffle stitch, you need to check out that video because it might not make sense or you might not know how to work a front post. There's a way the waffle stitch pattern is worked, and that's what informs how this waffle stitch in the round is worked. So you need to know how to work the basic waffle stitch pattern before you can work this. So I'll leave a link to that in the cards, just in case you haven't seen that video yet or you don't know how to work the waffle stitch. Please do learn how to do that before coming to this video. Your last stitch should be a front post double crochet. Okay, throughout this pattern your last stitch should always be a front post double crochet, and that's what I've just worked now. And I'm going to slip stitch into my first double crochet of the round, and that is it for our third round of the waffle stitch in the round pattern. Now we're going to chain 2 and turn our work. Okay, to work the fourth round. You can see this is the front of our work. You can see those ridges that are starting to form. Now, after the next round, you would see that another ridge is going to form here, which is going to create that that waffle stitch pattern. And see that. See what we've just done is here, and we're about to create this line. Okay. So to work the fourth round, chain 2, turn your work. Okay. We're going to start by making 2 double crochets into the first stitch here. So 1 and 2. That's an increase. Now, these 2 stitches, these 2 double crochets here, they look like front posts here, right? Because of the front post that we did next to them. So it pushes them back. So into these 2, we're going to make front post double crochet. So into the first one, we'll make a front post. And then the next one, we're going to make another front post. Okay? Now, this one that is just here, this in between one, we're going to make 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. So an increase is going into that regular double crochet. And then 2 front posts next to that, 1 in each. 1 and 2. Okay, I hope that is clear. And we're just going to repeat from there. The next stitch one is a regular double crochet. Into that, we're going to make 2 double crochets. And the next 2 that are like front posts, we're going to make 2 front posts on top of them. So 1 and 2. Okay, and then we're just going to repeat that for the rest of this round. Once you've made your last front post double crochet of the round, as usual, you slip stitch into your first double crochet, and that's the end of our fourth round. Okay, when you flip your work, you can see that ridge that I just formed. Okay, and see the waffle stitch pattern is really beginning to take shape. Okay, so I'm thinking you get a point by now. You know, you get the idea of how this stitches worked. But we're going to work one more round, just so that I can explain one more time. Okay, so this is our fifth round. So chain two and turn your work into here, into the first stitch. We're going to make two double crochets. So one and two. I think you've already noticed that increase always starts from the beginning. Okay, now into the next two stitches, this one and this one, we're going to make one double crochet each. One double crochet in the next stitch, one double crochet also in the next stitch. In this one, which is our front post, we're going to make one front post double crochet. Okay, so what we've done is that an increase, one front post double crochet. Normally, if you were working a regular double crochet flat circle, you know, as your fifth round, you would have increase, three double crochets, increase, three double crochets. It's the same thing we have here. We have increase and three double crochets, just that the last one of those double crochet is a front post double crochet. Okay, so now we're going to repeat that. Increase, two double crochets, one front post double crochet. Let's start with our increase. We have one and two. Okay. Then one double crochet in the next stitch, one double crochet also in the next stitch, and one front post double crochet in the next stitch. Increase, one double crochet in the next stitch, one double crochet in the next stitch, and one front post double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, you can see what is happening here. So I'm pretty sure that you get the point by now. The only thing about this waffle stitch is that the more you increase in the round, the more the spaces in between your front post begins to increase. Okay, because you're working a flat circle and you're increasing. Okay, but at the point where you stop doing your increases, right, and you're just working the waffle stitch pattern normally, that gap stops reducing. For example, now if you were working a waffle stitch bucket hat, you will start by increasing. So maybe when you get to the seventh round, this is the fifth round. When you get to the seventh round, you stop increasing, and then from there you just be working the waffle stitch pattern normally to form the body of the bucket hat. So at that point, it is your boxes, because you know the waffle stitch is made up of little boxes of, you know, like waffles. So those boxes will just stay the same size for the remnant of your project. Okay, I hope that that makes sense. So that's the only difference with the waffle stitch worked in the round compared to the other ones, like worked in other ways. So I have my front post double crochet, and then I have my increase. And then if you want to see a bigger pattern, I have a PDF guide for this project, for all my projects really, and I'll have links in that to that in my bio, sorry, my description of this video, so that you can go check them out if you wanted, you know, a pattern that is up to like 10 rounds, 15 rounds for the waffle stitching around. I also have blog posts on how to make all of this. All my videos have their corresponding blog posts so that you can have more information on how this is done. Okay, so we have 5 rounds done here. I think I did about 6 rounds for this one, or is it the same 5 rounds? I'm not sure. Okay, so this is what your waffle stitch in the round looks like. I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial and you've learned something from me. Don't forget to like this video and comment if you have any questions, or if there are any particular stitches you would like me to teach you how to work in different forms. Please leave a comment in the video. I really appreciate your support. All of you who have subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. And if you're new, please consider subscribing to the channel and joining the family. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.